5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be a man, don't be a bitch. Be a man, don't be a bitch. Be a man, don't be a bitch. In the Blur with JP.
I swear to God, I've never seen an art form purer than stand-up comedy. It puzzles me that people are confused if this is an art or not. Man, talking shit is an art. Talking shit is an art. Ain't that right, Mary? All the stand-up comics in the room, just want to remind you, I promise you, and I've always said it, we have the best genre. We don't have to know anything but what we know. And everything we know is valuable because of what we do with it. Stay true to yourself. Fuck the game. The money will come. Most of you won't make it. Gonna be honest. I heard an interview with Patton Oswalt, famous comedian, started 1 week apart from me. Patton says in an interview with Terry Gross, you know how Terry goes, yes. Patton said to Terry Gross, he said, Terry, nobody does good their first time doing stand-up. And he stopped. I was driving in the car, listening to this interview, and he goes, okay, Dave Chappelle did good his first time doing stand-up. I smiled from ear to ear. Patton didn't tell Terry is the next 7 or 8 times fucking terrible. But the first time was so motherfucking good. It'd be like the first time you had sex, and then the second time you were having sex, somebody hit you in the head with a sledgehammer. This is not nearly as good as the first time. But you know what? Maybe someone won't hit me in the head with a sledgehammer the 9th and 10th time.
Yo, what's up, guys? So, I opened up different because I listened to this and it really, it got me. It hit me really hard. I don't know, Dave Chappelle's been an inspiration since I was a kid. I used to go to bed to his stand-up specials, Killing Him Softly, fucking For What It's Worth, all the time. I would go to bed to it so much, it was like white noise to me, you know? Dave Chappelle showed me, what it's like. You could just be you. I mean, in the comedy community, there's fucking politics sometimes. Some people are like, how many times did you do that joke? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck how many times anyone does any joke? You guys need to look up Patrice O'Neal. Right now, you can watch Patrice O'Neal's documentary on Comedy Central. You just gotta type in your email, and it'll give you a 24-hour pass to watch it. It's called Killing Is Easy. That's a documentary about Patrice O'Neal. And there's a part I was trying to post with that Dave Chappelle shit where he says, don't ever be afraid to talk ruthless. Because once that's gone, then what the fuck is left? No, we gotta be free. Human beings gotta be free to say what we gotta say. As long as it's not fucking racist or you're being a piece of shit towards other people. I feel like sometimes hating on people's point of views is okay because, fucking people that are against gays, you're stupid. Who gives a fuck if someone's gay? Let them be gay. Suck a dick, lick a puss. Who gives a fuck what anyone does? Move the fuck on. Don't be a bitch about sexuality. Wah. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. And I know the last episode was very immature. It really was. But, sometimes I have to have episodes that are just mindless episodes. Because not everybody wants to have a deep-ass episode all the time. And I'm not saying this episode's going to be deep. This is just how I'm starting. This is how I'm starting the episode. This is how it is. I mean, recording a podcast comes... Sometimes things... I'm trying to break the fourth wall with this podcast. This podcast will be a fourth wall breaking podcast. And sometimes I have no motivation to do it, and usually this podcast comes out earlier. But sometimes it's just I'm trying to absorb as much as I can in my brain before I do an episode, so the episodes actually are meaningful and have substance to the episode. if I do 4 episodes a day by myself, like if I do 4 episodes a week just by myself, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about if I did even 2 episodes? Maybe if I had 2 episodes like with a guest and 1 by myself. That's probably what I should end up doing, is doing 1 with me and then 1 with a guest twice a week or something. But I don't want to oversaturate my content. I want my content to be rare. I want my content to be wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be a bitch about it, but it's just everybody puts out everything so much that it's oversaturated. I'm not trying to oversaturate myself. Like fucking some people, like a video a day. Ugh, I don't want to see that. Like if it's news related, I get it because you're keeping up with informing people. But for me, for instance, I'm more of a all at once kind of guy. You know, I'm going to put it all out at one moment. I'm not going to give you opinions. Like even with my Instagram, I post like only on the weekends because I'm not trying to like post every day and then people get tired of my shit and I lose followers, blah, 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 blah. And I know it's not about followers. I'm not trying to sound like I need followers, but for what I'm trying to do, I kind of need followers. So I'm not trying to, because I see people posting dumb shit all the time, like other people that do what I do. It's just like they're over posting. Like, and it's like, I don't want to see, like, I skip your posts a lot because you're always posting. I want my posts to be rare, so when you actually watch what I'm saying and hear what I'm saying. Because, I mean, you guys see, like, people are just posting ads for this shit all the time. Like, that's why I barely like to post, like, the podcast, like, little thing because on my Instagram and shit because it's annoying. Like, I hate when I see, like, friends that are musicians just posting their shit all the time. It's annoying. Or posting memes. Like, that's annoying to me. I'd rather post me talking or valuable content, I guess, like with my podcast. I do 1 a week because I feel like I don't want to do like Joe Rogan. He puts too money out and then you miss him. Like, I want my podcast episodes to be prolific, you know, not just fucking oversaturated. Like, ugh, Josh, he's talking 3 episodes a week. Ugh, that's boring. That's fucking too much. 1 episode a week, like, that's good. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. What do I know, though? I didn't go to school for marketing. You know, I'm not a marketer. I don't work at a Market Street station. No, I don't. I don't market myself in a way that's like too much. Like, I would like to have a manager so I can get real stand-up gigs. Because lately I've been trying to do stand-up, but it's like 55 comedians. I'm not going to fucking try to perform with 55 people. I do not want to do that. 55 people, and I get it. People will say other comedians will get it when you get in, but I don't feel like I need to practice that much. Practice? Practice. You're talking about practice? Oh, this is pretty much practice. Doing my podcast. I'm picturing people in front of me right now. You don't know what the fuck I do to get mentally ready to do a podcast. I mean, yeah, I'm not really a comedian that's like a comedian that's like, well, I went to the airport. Who gives a fuck about the airport? I went to the airport and I fucking jacked off in the bathroom. How about that? Give me a fucking joke about something different. I went to the bathroom and did bunch of lines in the bathroom before I took the plane. I want to hear that shit. I did Molly in the bathroom. Talk about the bathroom at the airport like that. I want to hear you're like, the stalls. I don't give a fuck, Seinfeld ass bitch. See, this is what you guys wanted, huh? You wanted Angry Josh. This is what it always comes down to. Mr. Angry. Oh, I'm not going to succumb. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm not going to allow your thoughts of me to be correct. America, Australia, Texas. Speaking of Texas, I will say something. Look, Texas, I've heard some things about what's going on out there, and the thing that makes me the most annoyed about what's going on out there is people that drive. Look, because it's the same thing that happens out there with snow happens out here, anywhere with snow. You big fucking douchebags with your fucking big-ass truck, relax. You don't have to speed past people. Relax, dude. Not everyone's car's a fucking truck. So have respect for, like, bitch-ass vehicles. Like a little fucking BMW or a fucking Subaru or a Toyota or a Honda or an Audi or whatever the fuck. Those cars are all fucking dick-riding 4-wheel drive like your truck. You don't have to drive past me like a fucking douchebag because you have a truck. Sweet, bro. You have a truck? Ooh, yeah, you're so fucking cool. You're so dope. I bet you also have a fucking Trump flag and a Don't Tread on Me flag and a Blue Lives Matter flag on your truck. Because when I think of trucks, I think of racist fucks. I don't mean to. But it's just what it gives off. Trucks are racist vehicles. I mean, tell when you see like a truck pull up to a gas station all big, what do you think that guy's not racist if it's a white dude getting out? But if it's like a black dude getting out or a Mexican dude out, you're he's chill, he's chill. But if you see like a white dude get out of a big truck, no, I don't deal with that. I'm like, ugh, parking away from this guy. And if I like have a girl with me that's like ethnic, I'll have her stay in the car. Be like, yo, girl, stay in the car because this motherfucker will definitely hang both of us. I'm not gonna deal with that. Not a fan of. I mean, I want the truck too. I want a Toyota Tacoma, but they're small and they're not douchey. I'm like trying to get a Dodge Ram with fucking diesel black smoke coming out of my fucking truck like some redneck Bob going to Home Depot to pick up drywall. The fuck? No, that's not what I'm gonna do. No, thank you. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about being authentic. Not a lot of people are authentic anymore. I'm probably not that authentic, but I'm a little more authentic than other people that think they're authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just think they're so fucking deep. And you're not, and I'm not. No one's really that deep. I try to be conscious and I'm aware of things. I've practiced other religions. I've read the Quran. I've hung out with Muslim people that had pet alligators in their fucking apartments and were smoking this weird shit. It's like green. It's like weed, but not weed. And I would smoke it because I was like a 19-year-old little fucking, wanting to do drugs. I mean, when you're 19 and you move out of your parents' house when you're like 17, like, you're just trying to live life and be an adult. You're home out, like, do whatever you want. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with these Muslim dudes and we're gonna fucking pet his baby alligators and smoke this weird green shit. Like, I don't know. It's life. And look, this episode, I'm a rambly guy. You know, we're already 12 minutes in, and I've said 45 things. But that's the point. This is In the Blur with JP. Nothing is really a whole topic. I mean, I might go 3-4 minutes about something, but I'm just explaining. I'm just explaining myself. I'm just trying to get to know you, trying to get to know each other, and just have you feel like, like just hear someone's point of view. Like, I feel like you should have a podcast too of you just talking. I feel like when people just talk alone, it's more of an interesting podcast to me. Because sometimes I'll see a podcast with a guest, and I'm like, that guest doesn't seem intriguing or interesting to me. But like, there's a podcast I listen to. Shout out Asan Ahmad, a comedian in California. His podcast is the Dangerous Brown podcast. You could also find him on Spoil the Beans with another comedian, Derek Poston, who has a podcast called Spoil the Beans. But yeah, they're both great podcasters. But Asan, his podcast, The Dangerous Brown, is just him talking. He does stuff about religion, and he does things about like Wednesday, a big dick energy for like people in history. Like he did like one about Nixon, like or people who have like just dick energy about like certain leaders in the world, which is pretty cool. I like those ones. He needs to put more of those out. But like, it's just him though. That's the cool thing. Like you're kind of growing with the person, just them. Like it's like, I mean, unless it's like I'm not sure if any of you know who Deezus and Miro are, but they're on Showtime and they have a podcast called The Bodega Boys, and it's just them. They never have guests. It's Deezus and Miro, and then they have like a producer guy named Victor. Shout out Victor, cute ass fro. But it's just them, and they're entertaining. Cause like when I see some Rogan shit, I'm like, nah, I don't want to see this one. I don't want to see this one. I don't want to see this one. Oh, ooh, Elon Musk, cool. I'll watch this one with Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's consistency in a way. I mean, when I feel like I want to, like I said, maybe I should do one episode. I'm just growing with you guys. So if any of you like actually listen to my podcast and care, like hit me up on Instagram or I think on here you can message me or something. You can talk to me on Spotify or whatever you listen to my shit. You can. I think there's ways for you to communicate to me. I'm on Apple Podcasts now. Actually, that just happened, so that feels good. Because I just feel wider now. I'm on Apple, Google, Spotify. I'm on all these podcasts. You know, you can listen to me on all of it. I mean, I only share the Spotify link, but yeah, don't forget, guys, tell your fucking friends about my podcast. Like, don't just like keep it to yourself. I get everybody wants to have their own little niche podcast they listen to, but some of them, like some of us, only have like a consistency of 11, 12, 13 viewers. Hey, tell your homies about this podcast. Don't just let me sit in the wayside and fall into the depths of the quicksand, into the muck. You know, I don't want to do that. So share this podcast. Tell people about it. No, not all episodes are like episode 15, all disgusting about Lilo and Stitch having sex. Not all my episodes are like that. You know, some of them are like this episode, starting out pretty chill with Dave Chappelle opening it up with what he was saying, like relates to me a lot. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'll be honest, like I've said this before, I could go harder on the amount of stand up I do, but I mean, I'm always writing, so it's not like I'm slacking artistically, and I'm always testing my comedy in front of people. Basically, I am my comedy at all times because my comedy is just me being me and me talking. It's not me being really like, oh, well, how the robot get its antennas. No, my shit's actually about like my actual life, my kid's mom, her sexy ass husband, boyfriend guy. Dude, this guy, dude, I won't say his name, but this dude is definitely dicking down my ex-wife. He's got like the infinity gauntlet of like uh Iron Man tattooed on his wrist. He looks like an NBA player. He says he used to play basketball, but dude, this guy can get it from other girls will be all up on his dick. But I mean, I digress. But that's the kind of shit I want to talk about. Just regular life shit. Like, for instance, I went through bankruptcy, blah, 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 and bankruptcy made me have to change things in my life. I had to get rid of my old car, and I got a new car, and I got a 1998 Subaru Legacy now, and it's stick shift, and I had to become a man and learn how to drive stick. Not everybody can do that. You know, my son's freaking out. I got girls getting all wet, splashed because I can drive stick. It's amazing. I feel like a man now. I really do. I'm more of a man than I used to be because I can drive stick. I can also make me feel like I could do better if I was gay. I can drive stick. Dude, I know how to work that pole, bro. I know how to work that dangly dangle, if you know what I'm saying. That's what driving stick and bankruptcy have done to me. They've made my sexual skills with my penis and my attractiveness to women when they see that I'm driving stick. Because we're not inside my car, they just think I'm driving a shitty car. But when they're inside my car and they see me driving stick, they're like, ooh, what else could he drive? I ride a bicycle, ladies. That's what else I drive. A bicycle and a car. And this dick. No, I'm joking. I had to throw a little obscureness. I'm sorry about that. I am so sorry. But, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, like, there's things that I'm changing the subject to talk about being a father for a minute. There's things that I've learned from my father that I'll never teach anyone or even do myself. I've talked about this before, I think on stage or on a podcast episode, but I don't feel like everyone should carry on the knowledge of their fathers or their grandfathers or anything, or their elders or even human beings. We shouldn't always carry on the knowledge of those who were before us. Because, I mean, they used to just decapitate people, cut their heads off or hang people. We shouldn't carry that knowledge on. No, that's not knowledge we carry on. You don't carry on knowledge of like, oh, I'm poor and I never buy deodorant and I'm going to go to the grocery store and put deodorant on in the aisle and put it back on the shelf. That's how I put my deodorant on. And you're not going to teach your kid that. You want your kid to be trash? No, you don't. You don't want your kid to be trash. So why would you try to teach them trashy things? You don't want to carry those traits on. No, those are not traits that you want to carry on. Doing snot rockets, that's not a trait you want your son to pick up. Just putting a finger over one nostril and blowing it out. No, that's motherfucking disgusting. It is. And I'll be honest with you guys, I am a snot rocketer. I blow them snot rockets hardcore. It's a little much. Sometimes I need to relax with it. It's like a habit I need to fix. Sometimes I think about getting hypnotized so I can lose that habit. But I make sure my son blows his nose because I don't want him to do what I do and Hadouken do a snot rocket out of my motherfucking mouth or my nose. That's disgusting. Or like the French say, dick disgusting. No, don't pass that trait on. That's bad. You know, beating your wife. Is that something you want your kid to do? Is beat his wife? No, you don't. So don't do that. Or if you saw your dad beat the fuck up out of your mom all the time, like I did. I used to see my dad beat the fuck out of my mom all the time. I have memories of my mom being like on the ground in a laundry closet, and my dad's like, "You wetback bitch," blah. You know, I mean, it's not funny, but I mean, I remember I was watching like I Love Lucy while this happened, and we lived in this house that had so many fucking mice. Like we found mice in the sink and shit. It was disgusting as house. We were poor at that time, you know. But my dad was always beating the fuck out of my mom all the time and calling us pieces of shit. My dad calling us fat all the time as children. He's like, "You can't run around the block. Get rollerblades on, you fat piece of shit." And make us rollerblade around the block like 14 times. Which was, I look back at it and I think it's funny because my dad, like, also, like, he had dirt bikes and shit and he'd push me off of the dirt bikes because I couldn't, like, it's like stick shift. You'd, like, let the clutch out slow and give it a certain amount of gas just for it to go, and I would always, like, fuck it up and it would turn off. And, my dad would push me off and shit. He's like, "You little pussy." "Oh, Dad." And my dad's friend was with us one time. He's like, "Whoa, bro, you're a little too rough on these kids, bro." And that's literally how he talked. His name was Bree. And he was like, "Yo, bro, I skateboard, I surf, dude. What's up, dude? My ears are gauged." Like his ears were gauged before ears were gauged. Before it was like a thing, you know? But he was a good guy. He passed away of like liver failure and shit, which is sad, you know. He was a cool guy. He called me fat once. Wow. My dad sure know how to pick his friends. Having his friends be like, "Huh, you want some pudding? You look like you like pudding with a little chubby." Calling me chubby and shit. Or no, he was more like, "Bro, you want some pudding? You look like you would like pudding. You're a little chubby, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I would love some pudding." But now I'm like afraid to have some because you called me fat. So I'm just confirming your thoughts of me being a fat piece of shit eating pudding. But whatever. That guy's dead now. So fuck you. No, I'm joking. I shouldn't say that. Because he was cool. He was chill, dude. He would spend the night at our house when I was a kid, and he'd bring his girlfriend, Audrey. This bitch was fucking snorting lines, dude. And she would clean our house, and we're like kids and shit. It was weird. Yeah, she was, I hate when people bring their significant others over when you're expecting for it just to be them. Like a friend or something. "Hey, you coming over, Brad?" "Yeah, I'll be right over." And they bring their girlfriend or whatever, and like, "Oh, dude, come on, man. Like, I was trying to smoke weed, and I was trying to talk shit about your girlfriend, and now you're here and you're ruining my fucking time because I can't talk shit about your girlfriend because she's here now." Like, now I gotta, like, like, I'm just gonna feel awkward and just, like, put on dumb shows like the Eric Andre show or this show called Mostly for Millennials. If you guys don't know what those shows are, look them up. They're absurd and ridiculous, and girls usually hate when those shows are on because or women, sorry. I was on this chat line a long time ago. I'm changing the subject a little bit. I was on this chat line a long time ago, and I was talking to this chick, and I said, "Oh, you're a cool girl." And she's like, "Actually, I'm a woman. If you want to talk to me still, you better call me a woman." And I was like, oh, my bad. Like, it was just awkward. Like, I don't know. I mean, but she's right. Like, we shouldn't call women girls. But, like, they don't call men men. They usually call us guys or a dude. I'm not a dude. I'm a man. I'm not a guy. I'm a man. What if I said that? Would you be like, oh, Brian, so I didn't mean to? No. Girls don't give a girls don't give a fuck when they call us guys or dudes. Women, they will respect when I say, when they won't call us guys or dudes. They'll call us men, or I'm a man, or you're a good dad. If someone says you're a good dad, that's technically them calling you a man. But some people won't call you a man because they're like, I'm more of a man than you. Like, this is not about women anymore. This is more like dude on dude. Every dude thinks he's more of a man than the next man. Like, actually, but I'm not like that because I see, like, my kid's mom, dude, he's definitely more man than me. He's all man, baby. But me, I'm like 75% man. 80 maybe. Like 78% man. That's probably where, like, my manliness level is definitely like 78. The rest is just bitch made. Like, oh, I'm scared of tornadoes. That's me. That's Josh. That's JP. That's Josh Paisani. That's my full name for you guys. I don't give a fuck. Still my identity. My social security number is 420694200. Take it. I don't care. And my birthday is 6/66/1996. That's my identity and all my information. Go ahead and take it. But if you're smart, you'll realize I just said 420694200, which is basically 420. And my birthday was 666. That's not even a birth date. Good luck, you fucking morons who are like, oh, dude, this guy just gave me his social. I'm just guessing I have someone dumb on here listening. Most of you are probably like, oh, good joke, stupid, but whatever. Let's change the subject. Let's talk about water. Water is a great thing, guys. I'm actually kind of a piece of shit when it comes to other drinks. I judge people that drink, like, Gatorade and Powerade and fucking, like, juice. Like, not juice, really, but, like, fake juices, like a blue juice. It's not a juice. If it's blue, that's not a fucking juice, my guy. Like, apple juice and orange juice are still pushing it, too, to, like, I don't know if I should give my kid apple juice. Like, if anything, give him, like, water. Like, exactly, I would just go back to water, or maybe almond milk or something, or maybe, like, a Naked or an Odwalla juice. I feel like that's okay to give your kids. Just don't fucking give your kid Gatorade and shit. It's just disgusting. Like, anything that's, I don't know, I'm kind of a pretentious piece of shit, or an asshole, or judgy, or whatever you want to call it, when it comes to, like, what people put in their bodies. Like, I judge people that put pop in their body. I judge people that drink Gatorade and shit like that. I don't know, and Monsters, and, like, that's, what do you drink? Like, coffee's cool, beer's chill, and water. And maybe wine. You should drink, like, those are fine things you should drink because they've been around forever. And kombucha is pretty chill to drink too. But if you're, and, like, tea's good to drink. But if you're drinking, like, kombucha, Red Bull, all this fucking whatever the fuck it is, you need to figure it out. Don't buy that shit. That's just disgusting. It's so bad for you. You're drinking, like, garbage. You're literally drinking, like, fucking chemically weird, nasty fucking ooze from Ninja Turtles. That's what you're fucking drinking when you drink Gatorade, pop, fucking anything like that. Drink a V8. Why don't you try that? Why don't you try drinking tea, coffee, water, not fucking Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, none of that, or fucking Sunny D, ugh, High C. Don't be drinking that shit. Are you fucking remedial? Don't drink that shit, alright? And don't eat McDonald's. Don't eat Burger King. Unless you're drunk. Okay, now I'm going. Now I'm being a dickhead. But whatever. Move on with life, alright? It's not that big of a deal. You guys should know better. You shouldn't be putting... You know better what is good for you and good not. I hate when people say, I hate water. Water's so gross. Water's gross? What if you were in the desert? Would you grab a water or a Mountain Dew? You fucking... You disgusting human being. I would say disgusting, because I would say person, but Anyway, yeah, drink water, people. Please, buy a Brita filter, fucking stock up on them, and be okay. Please, just stop drinking this shit liquid. Coffee's cool, water's cool, kombucha, natural juices. Quit drinking this bullshit. High C, Kool-Aid, and all that. That's fucking disgusting. Alright? Hey guys, what's up? Look, I just got some news right now. Whatever. It kind of made me pause the podcast, but it's okay. But hey, look, people stay healthy, drink water. Don't get sick and call in sick. Don't do that. Don't call in sick to your job the day before you're going to go to work. I mean, I've done it. I know I've done it. You can't control time and feelings and illnesses, right? You can't. But anyway, I'll move on. Guys, I haven't taken a bong rip this whole ep. So hold on real quick. That felt good. Oh, that felt so good. I love the smoke on that weed. Because it makes me feel great. Oh, well, America, world, Australia, Texas, wherever you are. I love you. And I think that this is going to wrap up today's episode, guys. I appreciate everyone listening. If you ever make it this far, let me know. And like I said earlier, share, comment, post. Tell your fucking mommy, daddy, your fucking kid. I don't give a fuck. Play this shit with the sound off. Do what you gotta do to fucking help your boy out. It does help. And it makes me feel like my dreams are coming true. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It's a little different, but I try to make every episode different. I thank everyone for vibing with me. Ned, shout out Ned. Shout out Isaac. Shout out Roman. Shout out Kendall. Shout out Mom. Shout out Dad. Shout out Beto. Shout out John. Same person. Beto and John are the same person. And shout out you. If I don't say your name, shout out you. Shout out Bridget. Shout out Brianna. Shout out Homegirl. I appreciate all. Arnaldo, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. So thank you for tuning into the podcast. Remember, keep that butthole clean, smoke all the weed, and have some sex in between. All right. Bye. This has been JP in the Blur, episode 16. Bitch!
In the Blur with JP.